Liberation greetings to all and sundry, my dear people of Ambazonia, my dear people then for southern Cameroons, I throw plenty salute for all country people, wherever them day, whether they for ground zero, you day for ground one, you day for ground two, ground three, you day for diaspora. Accept liberation greetings from me today, Comrade John Akuro. Today, now Wednesday, and this Wednesday now the 24th day of the month of September 2025. My country people, I want give plenty salute for all we brave people, we brave civilian population for ground zero all over the territory, from womb through Batibo, Bamenda, Mamfe, Kumba, Kondotiti, Orish Boya, and Victoria. In fact, for all over the national territory, as we continue to observe this special period of stay at home, of ghost towns, for transmit a very important message across the world. Say the people for southern Cameroons, the no say they so La République du Cameroon, now we neighbors. So the people for southern Cameroons, they continue for experience black on black colonization. They continue for experience recolonization by proxy. France, they recolonize the territory of the southern Cameroons using La République du Cameroon. And so the people then will continue for send message for the rest of the world, say no go ever be business as usual. We'll get nothing, and no one get nothing for do with the elections where they will take place for La République du Cameroon. Even as I hear say Atangana Paul G, where they call himself Minister of Territorial Administration for La République du Cameroon, to the plan for visit Bamenda this Thursday, the 25th day of September 2025, for come meet up Elekam, people them for that organization where they say that them they organize election for tell them how they go play with figures so that make their 93-year-old diaper wearing non-Nigerian genocidaire make it get another 7 years. That one it absolutely not be part of our business. That election will take place in that country. Now why that will people that they stay at home? I'll be very excited. Say will people understand this the importance of showing the rest of the world. Say will not belong, will not be part of La République du Cameroon, will not be the northwest and southwest regions of La République du Cameroon. Say we be the people of southern Cameroons, aka Ambazonia. And so we want La République du Cameroon out of we land. So I want to take this opportunity for throwing plenty salute for all country people the way that they still stand very strong. I want to salute to all those people them way, although think the tanga the way they tanga, think the heart the way they heart, they want the way they did for diaspora, the way they continue for support this struggle, for by whatever means they continue for put in resources for assist for CC make we people there for ground zero, may they continue for resist La République du Cameroon. Say make we civilian population, may they get the help what they need for sustain themselves during this very difficult period where they stay at home. I'll be happy for here say the people the way they did for diaspora, plenty of them they send money directly home for assist the families, for assist the civilian population where they stay home, may they at least get supplies every Saturday and Sunday for keep put and say the ones the way they did for place the way they no get none of you they feel help themselves, neighbors and they assist neighbors with food supply, with water, with medication, and they get all the feedback from with food soldiers them where they day on the ground, the civilian food soldiers where they move all over the place for sensitize, for educate, for mobilize, and for comfort the population, because we need for comfort each other. We need for always encourage each other. When you woke up for morning time, you look the pictures that they come from back home as well, they stay home, take your phone, you call them, you congratulate them, you tell them, say, we know, say it hard, but all we will be involved in this whole thing, one way or the other. I throw plenty salute for all now. And for all those ones them where they offer their lives, say that may we get freedom. My country people, I throw plenty salute. Before I go and enter for the Chong Chong Tori we'll get on today, I want to share this thought. And this thought it come up from some great writer, they call him Mark Twain. Mark Twain, now a British writer, now an author. We be write some very interesting book with plenty of. If you don't go school, you be surely read one of those books. Then, I mean, the first one are the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Well, if you don't read the Adventures of Tom Sawyer, you will know the name Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. So Mark Twain, if he talks, say, keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that. But the really great make you feel that you too can become great. He talks with it. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that. But the really great make you feel that you too can become great. So it means say, run away from those people the way they deter you, say that your ambitions, that your thought, that your belief, say one day you will succeed, for send away like Republic of Cameroon from this territory, for reassert your independence, for reassert your sovereignty. When they tell you, say, forget, you know if you ever do them. Those kind of people, them na way Mark Twain, he just say that small people, because he say small people always do that. And who be these small people them? All those ones them. Where they come around, they tell you, say, they be members of a CPDM crime syndicate, they claim, say, they be elite, they claim, say, they be intellectuals, I be professor this, I be read political science for up, read them for down, I be diplomat this, I be, in fact, I be teach law this, say, it be difficult for you to understand the legal contours. It's a bit difficult way for understand the legal contours of, hey, Amasa, I don't even know how to talk that. Since if you understand the contours of legal interpretation, talk say this, so no, so say because you don't know this in the no say this, so die your own run and janga raw. Say this hope way to get them, you know, get no place for go. Those people them, na small people them. Those people that they can't tell you all this stupid talk, na small people them. Because why he talk so? He talk again for the second part for this pineapple say, but they really great make you feel that you too can become great. So while these small people them, no matter you go see that the big so they go wear big coat, wear tie on top, what can I say big motor can run as so they look fresh with money, they don't thief and chop saute their jaw, they make like say they can't explode like balloon, they don't put plenty air for inside. They make a you check say they so they really know something. Those big people are small people that according to Mark Twain. Why they're small? Because their minds are over small. Because they don't fit think beyond tomorrow. They don't fit take what they don't fit think beyond today. Yeah, their minds are over small, so they see now. They see those small crumbs where they be able for pick up for the table for the République du Cameroun can call themselves Assistant Secretary General, Assistant Director General, Assistant Minister, call themselves Prime Minister, we no get no little power, enough even make so may flight it go fall for some side. They are little people. Them they see those small things because despite the fact they don't get no power, I see you come on one go someplace, he go there inside big limousine, motor get there for motor get there say one the driver on that shift. They can easily say, oh, even if he no get power to do so other thing, if it at least still match you. So according to it, no, that little people, because they go make you feel say this so you know if you get nowhere because for their minds. They don't block themselves, block their everything. Now, why they don't see which way you and me would see? Because they no one look beyond tomorrow. They no one look past tomorrow. They don't see which way you and me would see. They don't hear that beautiful sound of celebrations in a brand new, wonderful country. I mean, full of milk and honey, where you and me would hear them from a distance. Because their ears be blocked with the little crumbs where they pick and today, that bread and sardine they pick and today chop. That's why they don't hear that sound from the distance. They don't see you and me beyond today. As they don't see beyond today, as you and me would see with the shit so. You have see so one close to eyes so would see that wonderful country would the hope for enter. Because it starts from the mind before it become real. Now so with this matter day. So Mark Twain continues to talk say, but they really great make you feel that you too can become great. Great people, they go always tell you, say, No worry. It is strong today, but tomorrow it go better, you go there like me. Now, why don't you see Honorable Tibonagi, we've been a undersecretary in charge of the Bureau of African Affairs for U.S. State Department under the first Trump administration. Don't always say, even some tweet the way, if I share a I will not share something go pass. Plenty go talk say, the people of Ambazonia will get exactly what they want. Freedom. It is only a matter of time. That is great mind that the second group of people that we Mark Twain talk about. When they know which way it be. They get vision, they feel see beyond today like you and me. They feel hear that wonderful celebration, the sound of that wonderful celebration from far distance where you and me would hear. Pass that people from CPDM, crime syndicate, where they can't start to tell you, say, no, not enough will happen. Because those kind of people, when they talk for you and me, say, no, not enough will happen, they will give you example, say, hey, look, people, they're for Biafra. Now, who said they be ever go? They be ever pass go reach on side, maybe if you only end, now, so maybe they will fight so, or something like that, but they're not going to talk for you about the people that for Gambia, when they first join with Senegal. For that country, they will call them Senegambia. Before he end up say, then they be like them, they just say, no, Senegal carry France, una come up for territory. You and Paris, una come go. They come go there, they go them back to Gambia. Senegal go back to Senegal. So Senegambia, they start, then Senegambia die. They're not going to talk for you about that one. They're not going to talk for you about the fact, say, Eritrea, Bibi, before too, with Ethiopia. See, they fight today, they believe in themselves, they be focused on which way they want. They be hear that sound too from far distance, like you and me would hear that sound. They be get that vision, they see from a distance. They are wonderful country, they go there inside, be able to decide the way where they go develop their land, be able to decide the kind of education where they want to have for their picking them, be able to define the kind of government where they want them, be able for, define the kind of legal system where they want them. Send away people the way they can't try for force themselves of them, transform them almost like slaves. It will take them 30 years plus. Yes, but they be doing. Because they will believe. They will listen to great minds and they know, say, okay, we too feel be great like them. Now the example, these are those small people that they know if tell you. Those small minds, but they no one know you know this kind of example. They no go one for quote you the example for Timor-Leste, for East Timor, where they still get up to today less than 1.5 million people for their country. They be an independent country. But the time when they be kicked out Indonesia be over 250 something million people. The people that for East Timor, they will be less than 800,000. But they succeed for make life impossible for a mighty Indonesia until they vomit them. They come and go, they become now Timor-Leste. They don't want to tell you this. They want to say, look at who was small compared to who? Who there are 8 million for a total population where they talk about 30 something million. So La Republic they are weighty compared to Indonesia in relation to Timor-Leste, to East Timor. Nothing. They don't want to talk for you about South Sudan. But always they go on to and I say, oh, you see Biafra. Now those little minds that. Now why that way you see the greater minds, people like Tibonagi will tell you a different story from which those members of the CPDM crime syndicate they will tell you. And so may you take note. Say results they happen over time, not be overnight. I want to say results happen over time, not overnight. Stay consistent. Give your best effort and keep believing in yourself. Did you hear fine? Results they happen now over time. Stay consistent. Give your best effort and keep believing in yourself. If you continue this way, you go get result. So when Mark Twain talk for this other side, wait till we talk him. As you see, Mark Twain say, keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. So forget people that they try for make a man if he say this way you do and a nonsense. This effort will put that in, no go do no nothing. This fight will fight, na useless fight. Say small people they will do that kind of thing. They tell you say they're really great, will make you feel that you too can become great. So if you move now with the great people them, if you look now up to the great people them, you associate now with the great people them, you listen now to the great people them, you pay attention to which way the great people that they talk, you march according to the guidelines of the great people that they talk for you, you go end up, you be like them, you go end up get this kind of result for you. So you see, you will now understand These great minds, they will open your mind to understand, say, results happen over time. You see, so this one fall in line with the way Tipo Nagi talk, say, the people of Ambazonia will get exactly what they want. Freedom. It is only a matter of time. So you see, in line with this one, we say results happen over time, not overnight. Stay consistent. Give your best effort and keep believing in yourself. Country people, make I no lie you. No other recipe no day for success pass this one way. I just expose am for we. So no check say this, so these sacrifices, this effort wey dey put there be in vain. No check say just the fact say you dey respect this cause for special ghost towns, for stay for your house, na small contribution you dey make, na very great contribution, na mighty contribution. You're supposed to be proud of yourself. No worry. After the 14th of October, we'll come back completely. We'll be free for move about again very easily. But we don't send a sound message for the rest of the world. This one be too important. No make no error. It be too important. And it's also because those people, those little minds, so they say, oh, this ambition no go nowhere. Which they go point to? They go only point very fast to the fact, say, oh, you see, all the other people that work call themselves General Ivor Mba, General they will say General Ivor Mba, they will say General, what's the name they get self? They come from my mind, they go because you know the General Ayeka, they will talk say General Bier, they will talk General Tiger, that people they work call themselves one a General. Say who's them day? They will tell you, say, you see, they don't fall all them. Say all them, they don't fall. They will talk for you, say yes. Say look Insobu, who say they will tell you, say look Ikeku, who say they will tell you, say look Transporter, who say they will tell you, say look Ngoy, who say they, but all these people then, when they be engaged the fight, they be no say, I feel succeed for fight until the end, I see this thing, or I feel fall before it happen. Across the world, na so it did. Across all the example the way I call them, now so it don't happen. They will talk for you now, say, oh, look, they catch all the people, they all sides. Say, look, Sisi Kujulos, Ayuk Taben, and look, Patterson, and the people that have a wonderful future, where they don't spoil and they die the road for jail. They will tell you, say, look for the barrister Yaounde, they look back for Ngalam for the enjoy retirement quietly. They will say, look, Dr. Kimeng, look, Dr. Kwanga, they be supposed for they teach. When no they say, look, Dr. Awasum, look, Dr. Chefidelis, where we get big business for Nigeria, maybe they're for the county now through like one of the biggest billionaires around the world. What they don't do for themselves, see what they don't do. Then they will tell you, say, see that one they are abroad. They catch them all, sign out, they lock a small time, they go sweep all them. You check, say, they'll tell you, say, look, all those that they call that name, that them on a terrorists. When no they them. But my country people, as I tell you, now a matter of time. We just need to stay focused. We just need to continue for sacrifice. We just need to continue to remain determined. Because I want to show you a little example. You see this picture way there for your screen. You see these two people. That man will get the hand up. Now the new president that for Syria. Now the new president for Syria. He named now Ahmed al-Shara. That new president for Syria, we see she done for this screen so with this red tie. He been the former Taliban leader for Afghanistan. He been the former Taliban leader, the person a Taliban leader say he will go for Afghanistan, for Syria, for this other. Now he that today, now he be the president for Syria, the new president for Syria. Yes, he been a Taliban leader. They be call him terrorist. They be get that name terrorist. And you see that person where she don't for that picture. Now picture this is not for many years ago, not for many days ago, not many months ago. See that person where she don't for that picture. That man a retired U.S. general, a retired general for American Army, a retired 5-star general. His name is General David Petraeus. The General David Petraeus, now he be arrest this man who you see for this screen. So that time, this Syrian president, who named Ahmed al-Shara, they be called that time Abu Muhammad al-Jolani. They be called Abu Muhammad al-Jolani. That time, they say, na terrorists, na this and that, na up and down, na everything. They be arrested self. Now the general this, the US general this, General Petraeus will be arrested. But now then this sit now today. You see the posture where they sit. This man has sit as president with all the honors, with everything, with always where you feel expect. My country people, no human endeavor never ever be gained without sacrifice. No human endeavor never ever be gained without total toil. I talked earlier, say, before we engage into this thing, we know say challenges go there. Plenty of we always talk say this was not going to be a walk in the park. So we know. So need the kind of for can go now for some tourist expedition. Freedom never ever be picked on a platter of gold. The kind of freedom they give you Nigeria, like yes, they say La République say they go give special status. Say Bello Boba talk say if he become president, he go give you the real special status. Because no, he said do another fake one. They go give. Who they give it for who? Anything where they just they can give you na fake. Now what they will La République du Cameroun self no be independent. Because the people where they be one fight for make sure say La République be really independent. France be participating for kill all them. Now Emmanuel Macron recognized them recently. Felix Moumier and all of those with them. They kill all them one by one. Those were there for UPC. Because they want fight for seize the independent as season. For seize their freedom. Freedom when you seize and season, that real freedom. You go enjoy it. But France want give freedom Nigeria. So I need Joe, Paul Biya and the others so they will stand for them to be ready for receive the freedom freely. Now the kind of freedom this is what they get until today. The people the Cameroonians will not be free. You did fight, you did put in effort, you did toil, and then you did get what you want. Now this message, we want pass on for with brother Akere Muna and all the other southern Cameroonians away. They work at the wake their tails, they make nonsense. They talk for they say they talk door, work at talk door. He talk say this so they take it, they be part of La République du Cameroun. They want fight for belong for inside La République du Cameroun. They want be this and that for inside La République du Cameroun. You see this one now from Zumanto. It's breaking news. Divorce entre Akere Muna and Nkumvondo. Nkumvondo na Professor Nkumvondo. Na he be the owner of that political party where they call and say Parti Univers. Where he borrow for Akere Muna, say me Akere Muna take a use for stand as presidential candidate for La République du Cameroun. But when you see on the thing, you say divorce between Professor Nkumvondo. Of course, you know them Nkumvondo. Now Bulu Ekambeti. So they say he don't tell Akere Muna. Say me Akere Muna no ever make mistake for talk anything again in the name of the political party where he be presidential candidate for. If you imagine, I don't tell these people plenty times. La République du Cameroun no go ever consider you and me as citizens. La République du Cameroun at every standpoint they go always place their people there for use you and me dump them, for betray you. Maybe today, maybe now, Professor Nkumvondo just woke up from sleep. Talk say, okay, Akere Muna. I know I hear me mention Parti Univers again. No. This whole plan be there on the ground, even from the time we Akere Muna contacted, we he agreed. Say me Akere Muna use his party for become presidential candidate. They already discussed that whole thing inside the Singan. They agree say give up. When the time go reach, now so you go pull the plug. And of course, it do exactly what the way Yeb Gadwa for Manidem would come to. So I be expecting this one go happen. I'll not be surprised. Because Akere Muna, my brother, the venerated man of law, man of caliber and candor, I don't tell you plenty times. Use the cloud where you get them. Use that your rich, beautiful address book where you get them across the world. Put them at the service of your people for Southern Cameroons. Change the trajectory of the thoughts where the people that for Southern Cameroons get about the name Muna. You get the ability for changer. Before your brother, Barrister Bernard Acho Muna, the past, he be make his stance clear. He be tell the young people, let them bloody fight. Let them lose one school year. Let them lose two or even more. The future is theirs. Mine is behind me. Tomorrow I can die me. And he died. He go happily. Because he tell the people the right thing for do. Wait till they do that fight, they work a fight on behalf of the people the way they never recognize you as one of them. When they no ever recognize you as one of them. It is still put the nail more on the bad thoughts, on the bad feelings so people they get about the name Muna. But you get what it take for turn things around. Look, Saul for Bible. With all the rough in the way they be fit put around his name. Nobody remember again. Nobody cares for no who Saul be there today. All my bother about who be Paul. Because Saul, when turn become Paul, he do thing way he leave a mark in the world. Brother Keremona. Now you be write this letter for 2017 in January. When they be talk all one and indivisible, now you become draw the line. Cameroon is one and indivisible. Which Cameroon? And you be asked this question and come out with that very pertinent and very important article. Will you establish and clear? Say yes. So Cameroon the way is supposed to be one and indivisible. Nobody dispute that one. That Cameroon, La République du Cameroun. But if you want to make a mistake by saying Southern Cameroon's La République du Cameroun become one and indivisible, now lie. Because we are two and clearly divisible. Two distinct. And I don't always talk for you. I don't always demonstrate. I don't always talk say, even United Nations, they make this thing clear. They make it clear publicly. They never go hide behind. They feel talk any country they talk about here, they know the position of international law. The position of international law say that two Cameroons and they with their norm would internationally recognized boundaries. Why did they bring these two maps? I go always talk sure. So, brother Akeremuna, I believe. Say you understand what you are to talk about. Nobody this rubbish will get from Ashwin yet him out.
It's not everybody out there that has the intellectual gravitas, the intellectual pedigree to be able to understand the salient contours of legal interpretation.
Yes, Ashu, you feel talk like that. Because those little people there, for La République du Cameroon, including people that like you, I would have feel walk around confused when they say, oh no, the other Jim will not get that. But the international law, the position of international law be clear. You don't need no gravitas or pedigree or some contours for navigator for you to understand. Now, why that way? Even United Nations no need all that your gravitas, all that your contours, or all that your or all that your pedigree. They just present with two maps clear, and everybody can see them. That one with them man carry for a hand. That map that was Southern Cameroons. When the map be well drawn, you say the international boundaries where they show you. Two peoples. Two ways of looking at things. Two destinies. Looking nothing in common with La République du Cameroun. Okay, for always bear this one in mind. My country people. So I want to really draw on this so that make we be able for understand exactly where we stand. So now we don't draw this parallel, we don't establish one way, all we now see. So this fight will be involved in not only be important. So this fight will be involved in will get for fight away negative thoughts, fight away discouraging discourse from people that with little minds. Focus on the people that with great minds because one be great like them. One face that greatness that they talk for. One continue for hear that beautiful sound we hear from a distance. One continue for see that wonderful vision we will see in a distance. May we come out away from there. More leave them, make them kill listener to talk like this ones.
Paul Bia. Oh yeah. Paul Bia. Oh yeah. Paul Bia. Paul.
So, okay, welcome back. My country people, make we cross enter La République du Cameroon today. I sure say you don't see this picture of the century because this is not a picture of the century. You know, say in the past, for La République du Cameroon, they used to want greet their president, that they bow and about so they had the almost go touch ground. That we don't become famous for because we know say we don't be say a global challenge. A challenge we don't only be global challenge. The challenge on how to get problem. They go bend so they put everyone on ground. I think I become fair to show some picture. We one my work I call himself Professor Jacques Famendongo. The one greet a French general, He bend his head so he want touch ground for greet a Frenchman. He not even get the courage for looking straight for his eyes. But this one when you see where he go nana on the knees, the look now same na ground, not even look the eye for Pobia than Mvondo Ayolo. Mvondo Ayolo, na director of civil cabinet for la République du Cameroon. Mvondo Ayolo, na that man we Brenda Bia. For that 4-minute video, talk say, the man tell he, say that he wait, because more time, he go overdose, drop, then die. So when Brenda can't talk about it, say the matter really passing the wonder why did the one kill him. That 4-minute video, I tell you true, the confusion don't cause around the world. It make him probably head the hot for inside so they now he will probably decide for woke up from sleep one day because they prepare for go. They say they prepare for go Marwa on the 28th. Today now already 24th. This time when they watch me, now already 25th. Now already 25th of September. So in 3 days he's supposed to do Marwa. When they will come back for go the Marwa or the Marwa again for go rest or one place, make it first solve family problem with Brenda for Switzerland or man knows waiting. So the way they go, we carry the same bundle. You know, say make we go Geneva. We will go meet up Brenda for them. We understand what will happen. The thing where you be talking, we go see for that way. You imagine say wahala fide. Say die there so he don't enter big compound. Now we to say no. Since we are no, say Paul Bia he own arms, the offering figure of Paul Bia. Now this honor the soul now for sure he say he be a demigod. Say he be God. Now we for that you talk say only for bow na bow. You know, Mengo says, now for knee and look for ground. Say, our Father, who art in the 2D, have mercy on me, oh, I beg, no kill him. I be just talking to Santori, I don't know, say the picking go blow up, oh, no kill him. Look up. You see the thing? Funny, so it's funny, even the Secretary General, when he says something, the bound about, who be see some time bound about, say, what should not send about ground for Grape. But he said this time, now he that, that Secretary General that, you know, for everybody they call for Cameroon, Alan Pum, Ferdinand Gongo. You see, Ferdinand Gongo, first Ferdinand Gongo said if you he laugh now. You see, as Ferdinand Gongo, they laugh. He don't wonder it. See, as Chantal Biastan for that side say, eh? Now this level, so what the matter don't be look at. But you look John Gute, look right behind it. This picture, so if you write 10 books there, look John Gute behind it. John Gute don't turn either the focus at that motor. You know, if even turn for look what God did one. God in small letters, he do one for this side. That is it. I don't die. So that way, in fact, this picture now the main rounds across the world. People know if you understand. They say, wait a minute. Now, what did it happen? Now, a whole man picking that so. But no wahala. Even as never you don't do so now for here the day. The day now for Mandarin Hotel for Geneva. All these days, since they come out the other day, so they go for the Switzerland for this Mandarin Hotel where they lodge for Geneva. Very posh hotel. You need to know the cost of one night. One night for inside this hotel, you go get palpitations. And for this hotel with Brenda, they all the time we did it. So tell you now, Intercontinental Hotel, so tell come this one. They are run Intercontinental Hotel because you know, say since they go for Geneva, La République or that way for bars. They feel quickly come for Intercontinental, he move from one posh one to this other. Of course, look at not be any kind of quick way. They not fit build this kind of hotels for their own land. They not fit develop their country like these people. They develop their country, but they be ready for go out there for go squander money for that place. Look at now and that now for day and beyond no going one for this place. You know going one for go solve the issue with Brenda with Brisby, King Nasty. You know go now just any kind of now would take huge delegation. They are now just a few for inside the communique. But that delegation will go there over 50. All they lodge inside this hotel. I see you need to know the cost of one night. You go get heart attack. So now anyway, Nanzuimanto, the TGV de l'information. Nanzuimanto, an activist for la République du Cameroon. Now he revealed this information, so I must attribute to the copyright as the user. So you see, D'ailleurs, c'est voici l'hôtel où Paul Biya loge à Genève en Suisse. Hein? Ça s'appelle Mandarin Hotel. C'est, in fact, he tell you, say this people that they did for this hotel, they grind money. I mean, they grind money like any kind of, quality for day. You go answer, look, not be joke. Because even go as far as obtaining the bill. And when that kind of bill the leak, you know, say that people there from within, when they sit down, eat, drink with them, now then take screenshot for this bill, they send it out for say, see how money they go. Look this bill so. This bill na bill where they show how much money went Vondo Ayolo. And the small group where they come and go inside the casino for this Mandarin Hotel for Geneva. They spend that for one night. You see the amount for the 34,400 and something. Just call I say 35,000 euro. 35,000 euro for one night. You want to convert them, that 35,000 euro give you 23 million CFA. Now just one person is small group Vondo Ayolo. That Vondo Ayolo we need so. That need we need for ground so. Now for true water for Pobia so that they will get the opportunity for the squander this money that they squander. Yeah. Now in that this money we need so. Now he caused that havoc where he show for that building 23 million CFA. I mean just in about 2 to 3 hours with they sit for that place. You go ask me, say, how this concern people that were Southern Cameroons. You go to say, this one are foreign news. No, not be foreign news. Who side this money they come out? My people for Southern Cameroons, they be slaughtered, be killed every day because they want to protect the source so that they collect this money, they for go chew them as they chew them like this. Yes. This money, a good chunk of it, they come out from oil, where they drill them for the backwaters of India and Fako counties for Southern Cameroons. Oh yes. And why did they out there they chew them? They spent 23 million for one night. Now my people this. They suffer for until Kumba, a Kondo Titi, Mundemba Road. We go pass through Jangute village for Bogongo. Look at that in this. Look at now a competitor road this so. When they go from there, for side petrol, they come out. For side that crude oil where they give them all that money, they go squander and chop them like they chop granite. That's for they come out. Money when Vondo Ayolo, they still order there for burn and so from Mandarin Hotel. 23 million for one night. It come out for a place where this road so they go to. And then despite this, those little people there, like John Gute them, like Mbela Mokichas, aka Ngaringa, alias the people we don't like. Huh? When they go can't sit down for tabe tando them. With Madame Dode Agnes. Huh? Can't turn and say, no, Paul Biya the best thing will ever happen for we. Paul Biya say we'll just get for continue for tie the knot with it because say if he go, hey, we don't finish now, the only way there is if you do anything. But look at those little people them. They can't tell you, say, you are not supposed to dream for a better life. Now the kind of life this world deserves. Yes, look at. While Vondo Ayolo, they for Geneva, they born 23 million CFA within 2-3 hours inside casino. Now the fate that will be reserved for my people. Huh? All with John Good, they can't stand for the Undode Agnes with for Tabe Tando them. With the Tangana Ponji, the food Jonathan merging with them. With Ngala Jera them, Kalisto's food gentry them. With the Tangana Ponji them. They go can't stand for the. Oh, Jodo can't stand la photo.
Bia.
Aujourd'hui aussi, c'est
Oh yeah. Paul Bia. Oh yeah. Paul Bia.
You see the thing sad. Really sad so they go reach for level way. Even citizens, some citizens for La République du Cameroon, they don't begin to show that CPDM middle finger. Yes, they don't begin to show that CPDM crime syndicate middle finger. Now, think this will happen for Ndok Pasi, for Douala. Now CPDM rally that from Dok Pasi for Douala. For this particular place from Dok Pasi for Douala, whenever they will hold this nonsense, they will come there with bread, sardine, with Fanta, Coca-Cola, all can stand for the they hold that to 2,000 people they go can't flop for they go hungry, they can't go kill them. They can't stand for they stand for line, they collect those things. But this time, even inside Dok Pasi, people they tell them say, Lila to Lila Muna go consult the ancestors. See how empty the place is. They abandoned them for this first time. You want to see them better? Now still this one from Dok Pasi for Douala for la République du Cameroon. That CPDM rally that's on Dok Pasi. See, empty chairs all over the place. They even call people there they pass and pass the road, beg them, may they can't take bread and sardine, may they can't take Fanta, may they can't take that 2,000. The people then tell and say, this time, lie to lie, although they don't bewitch we all, some of you eyes they don't declare. Now the thing that with the worry poor beer. Now the thing that give poor beer headache. So the thing that go make him, he go come up for go Switzerland, for go spend money for tell Brenda say you must go back, you must change that 4-minute thing we talk because the harm when it costs for me is too much. Why did he do that one? Another little man they call our Professor Jacques Famondongo. He go say no, gather university picking them. Plus the one they say university picking them. Gather all come out because not you know there for their skin for shows in a real university picking them. They carry a placard them, but they come up for inside street for Yaounde. For that's how post central come they block traffic. The work sing this somewhere in the year so. So as you see them, they block traffic. So the worker talk say the common African support Paul Biya, they show support for Paul Biya, University of Yaounde 2, University of Yaounde 1, the day they for support Paul Biya, make all man in fact. They look that you look there so the way they remove they just in assorted way they gather from all sides can't keep them because they want try for dampen the image, they want try for dampen what they see on all sides say, hey, Isa Chiruma Bakari, say Bakari. Say Isa Chiruma Bakari. They have a way to commit and for places as see really all of Bafustam. The population will come and say, eat them head now they do this. But when Jacques Famondongo go bring university people, they say they can't match. He forgets it. The video where they go record where they prepare the thing they talk to me Brenda be a reader for recorder for talk say they go back. Say, oh, that 4 minutes we talk, no man not take advice. So because you know nothing. You don't know nothing for politics. Say everyone go do political science. He pass, you know nothing. Why the one can't hear something for small people like he, we know nothing. So why Brenda be no nothing? Make they don't take no advice from you. This other university picking the way, most of them say whether be Brenda H or less. Now they know something, right? Oh yeah. Why they go bring them can't throw out for street then so? Give them 2,000, 1,000, 1,500, then give them bread and sardine. May they work under hot sun, they put themselves through harm, so they do all of this trash. Brenda they riding down as we talk. Now then for Mandarin Hotel, for Geneva. The chop life. In fact, he just take this picture here in Mami, as Mami arrived there. Now, Chantal the habitat for inside video, as you see, with his son. Now his son that, with his son, Brenda Bia, and his son, he knew Nyango, he knew one, be that. Oh no, sorry. Oh, I see him son, Brenda and the woman. Oh yeah, but sometimes they anyway, now Brenda is woman that. So you don't come meet. So you see, why that one they make fools of themselves for inside street. Say Paul Biya up, Paul Biya down. Now Paul Biya won't picking that. The chop life, the true life like so you never ever see them. My country people. This one, na ye way they call and the real definition for witchcraft. And my country people, they record down the real definition for witchcraft. No be so. Maybe you never see something. My country people, I tell you, say, that people there for La République du Cameroon, they don't embarrass the whole world, shock the whole world so they reach for level where some Pan-African activist, he never feel swallow. He said, no, make I talk to Cameroon. Ah, now what kind of embarrassment this? Now what kind of shame this for a whole continent? It means that no person would brain no day for that country or now wait till it happen. Now why the way you and me will never be part of that shame, of the shame of shames, will not be part of that disgrace, because first of all, will never ever be part. Now why the way you and me want me the pack come up for we land, so that we restore the soul of Ambazonia, the soul of the southern Cameroons. May we restore the dignity of we land. So when people they pass across the world, they point and say, oh, now Ambazonia and that, they will say, ah, oh my goodness, those people, those great people. But today, we pass and they say, you show passport, say, ah, Cameroon, hey, yeah. That say, now, I can't forefront this. You need that time, listen to this, Oga, will come back.
Yes, people. Sometimes here in Africa, people are complaining about things they can solve themselves. Sometimes we complain too much. You know, some of these things, this is a self-inflicted injury. Look at Cameroon. Cameroonians, where are you? I want to talk to Cameroonians. Come to the front of the class. I think Cameroonians, despite being the strongest probably in Africa and the fittest, the people who gave you Francis Ngannou, Roger Miller, these are the weakest brains we have in Africa. Yes, what do you mean? Cameroon has, do they even have internet in Cameroon? Do they even think in Cameroon? Is there any person apart from Samuel Eto'o, Francis Ngannou, Roger Miller, and the people that we see who shine on the world stage? Do you know how many famous Cameroonians I can name right now who have shone so brightly on the world stage? And the population of Cameroon, is it purely made up of backward individuals? Let me check something very small. I want to confirm if Rene Cloudmaker is still the commander, the chief of staff of the army. This man was born in 1939. How old is that? Now let me come to the reason why I'm saying Cameroonians are the weakest Africans we have currently. This gentleman that you call Paul Biya is 92 years old. He's leading one of the poorest economies in the world. You know, let me just check for you something. Because we can't keep saying that colonialism this, white people that, China that, Russia this, or Middle East oil crisis that. Yet, Cameroon has a GDP of 49 billion. That is a quarter of the revenue that Tesla made last year. One US company is the whole economy of Cameroon. But you want to insist that a 92-year-old man who has been working there for 50 years has something new to give. Cameroon is the weakest nation right now in the whole world. Because these are the people that will tolerate the biggest amount of dereliction of duty that there is. Is Paul Biya usually in your country, you Cameroonians? Seriously, if you are in Cameroon right now, I want to ask you, how many times do you see Paul Biya doing the actual business of government? Or is just a placeholder that people have put there and they are very confident that these people of Cameroon, they are either, I don't think they are ignorant. What is it? Did the witch who put his spell on Kenyans in 2022 also, is he from Cameroon? Is that the place where he started his witchcraft? And did that witch die so that now the whatever you was put upon you, the big spell cast upon you, is something you can't throw off? It's beyond your thinking capacity. What is this? Look at this country called Cameroon. It is 93rd ranked in terms of GDP in the world. But then, something is not adding up. The GDP and the GDP per capita, they don't add up, because there seems to be such a lot of people in Cameroon, a certain group of people in Cameroon with a lot of money, then a very big group, over 90%, are living barely in poverty or a lower middle class lifestyle. But Cameroonians are very interested in sports. They're very interested to go and swim. You know, it is very odd. You are swimming through the jungle. You go through the jungle, then you go through the sea, you go through the desert. By the time you get to the foreign countries where most of the energy of Cameroon is going, you've spent enough resources that you would easily have spent at home and made a success. Cameroonians are in Paris burning cars on the street and fighting for freedom when they should be at home in Yaounde asking why a 92-year-old man is the president, yet the economy is stagnant. Be 92 and a president, and there are no people suffering. Everybody has schooling, everybody has the basics. Basic education, basic health in Cameroon is a rumor. You have areas, full areas of Cameroon where child labor is just practiced openly. And you are here talking about, we want Paul Biya to stand for the next president. No, monsieur, no, that is not possible. This guy is too old, too archaic, and too ineffective. Him and his head of army, Cloudmaker. Who are they? They are too old. First, they are performing poorly. Cameroonian army cannot face even ragtag rebels and you know, people carrying old World War I shotguns. The Cameroonian army is not able to contain them. They are not able to do any aerial surveillance. They are not able to tell you if they are terrorists or if they are freedom fighters or what is going on. They have none of the intelligence. They are depending on France. Cameroonians, now we'll start assigning blame to the people pulling the African cause behind, and we have started. The first problem in Africa is not even poverty or anything. It's Cameroonians. The worst people setting the worst example. Them and Ugandans here. You can't elect somebody. You were born 40 years ago. You found this guy is the president. You are living in the slums. You are already 40. You are still in the slums. What do you think this guy is going to do different? That is insanity. Bad example. Cameroon. Reason number one why Africa is behind Cameroon. Yes, people. Sometimes here in Africa, people are complaining about things.
Sorry for that little technical lapse we make with overpass. So you see, the thing with this gentleman, he don't talk for years. Although being for Trump grammar, you know they say for me for over I should say every person don't catch at least something from way to way in the talker. You see this guy, he don't talk something, he be short. Say René Claude Maker, he be about 90 years old. Now he be military army chief of staff for the Republic of Cameroon. Who said the young people then go? You didn't hear him talk. Say according to the belief, say Cameroon are the biggest disgrace for all of Africa. According to the belief, say Cameroon are one of the reasons where Africa they behind. Why? Because examples are like Cameroon, they didn't make it difficult for other entities for be able for effect the kind change where they want them. It want out, see what will happen for Chad just next door. For Chad just next door, what will happen? Young Muhammad Idris Deby. Young Muhammad Idris Deby joined yesterday. It already changed constitution for the country. Where we previously talk say the presidential mandate are 5 years renewable once. Now I don't talk say although you win election, never stay say no one that Jack I get for a copy which we Paul Biya the do one. Because of course you can't put there teach you the right thing. So I get for talk say change the constitution. Now for Chad, presidential limit no day. So the first Deby we do 30-something years. This other Deby now so young, hey, made experience 60-something years. God don't change the constitution now to 5 years renewable forever. So ye that small Muhammad Idris Deby don't really make himself a life president right from this point. Where he copy him? Next door, for inside Semak. Inside the oldest president for the whole world, they inside Semak and a French territory. Yes. So you see, all this kind of description, you and me, what would we go do for them? How we find ourselves there? Then you ask yourself, say, how manage? How this one be ever become possible? How we ever manage to find ourselves unevenly yoked with a set of people that like this kind of ones? You hear the question when they ask them. Say for that country, so people that see they men then they human beings and they people that with brains that see they that nobody feel understand. Nobody feel understand. Say a set of people, the millions of people that will sit down saying that a 93-year-old diaper wearing on Nigerian, we hardly 7 be around. Because you have to ask them, now for which country if you tell me for the world? Where less than 1 month to a major election like presidential election, where the candidate, the president will still come out travel going abroad on a private visit. You feel imagine them? Now for which country in the world where that kind of thing happen? Tell me the country in the world where that kind of thing be possible. If not only for La République du Cameroon. My country people. Shameful, disgusting, and that poor BSF never open his mouth, make one statement about that election. I mean one statement, never open his mouth. Oh yes, I say he never open his mouth, make one statement so about that election. But on the contrary, if he manage to go for bed, he be coming for receive French ambassador. Me French ambassador can't tell people that Cameroon say, "Una president they find until they come for before." Yes, they will manage to hook up and adjust itself small. Now for run go enjoy sweet good air and all whatnot for this hotel with the for my screen. Yes, for this luxurious Mandarin hotel for Geneva. Huh? So that way this gentleman no feel understand, that way Africa no feel understand. Say now which can contribute that? People that human beings and they yet you go yes people they say professor this, you hear say no professor of political science, no, you know the head of state policy agenda is that you have to make sure that you have la res publica. La res publica has to live, has to survive. Then we go hear people that can't stand to say, oh no, someone's knee is on the neck of the southwest. Yet the person where you need, they for the neck, you stand and look, you not feel cough back. You can't find out about it. That, I mean, it's utterly embarrassing. Now, whether nobody anywhere in the world fit understand. Now, whether they'll tell you, say, Cameroon that a key obstacle because every other country for Africa go fit try for achieve their real independence on the hands of France, not Cameroon, not La République du Cameroon. That one, na future impossible tense. Future impossible tense. And so France will use a stronghold like Cameroon for try for hold down a sub-region like Semak for maintaining presence for East Africa. Now, with what this gentleman is talking about. This is what you need to know. That is what you need to know. And France will do everything for stay for them because all they want to get a presence inside the Gulf of Guinea. And France has access to that Gulf of Guinea. It will pass through Ambazonia. Because southern Cameroons, aka Ambazonia, will be in the heart of the Gulf of Guinea. When at the second most important geopolitical Gulf after the Persian Gulf for inside Middle East. That is what we need to know. I think this we get for bare rest our head. Now why they don't get to understand the purpose, the reason there? For this we fight. For separate ourselves from these people, they don't get vision. For separate ourselves from these people, they don't get perspective. For keep these kind of people the way they only day in now for help. For bring locusts for we land. For get them out of we land. Because nobody ever get anything for do them in the first place. This is very important to know. Freedom is sweet, not a sweet past freedom. For fight for that freedom, now we inalienable right. And the right to self-determination now internationally recognized right for a people, the way they be recognized as a people under international law, and Southern Cameroons be recognized as a people under international law. Now, why they always go back? But there's no check say they talk now from the blues, and they talk now from the blues. Now, why they always come back for this map, for this picture? So make you see, even United Nations, they confirm for you to talk. Now, United Nations delegation, this one, maybe I produce this picture. Maybe I should not cover. No. Now, Paul Biada stand for this. Now, representative of Secretary General for United Nations, Abutrika, I hope say I need to mix up. Now, in that today, they become for can hand in these two maps of the Republic du Cameroon as gift. When the Republic du Cameroon for 2010 be celebrate the 50th year of their independence, of their so-called independence, because they not be independent. The 50th year. So the gift, the president of the United Nations be sent up, now this reminder for the Republic du Cameroon say, in case you don't forget your history, know the territorial limits of the country where you celebrate 50 years of its independence, La République du Cameroon. Now, what they map that for the République du Cameroon stand for day, and the other map that man carry for a hand, now they map that of Southern Cameroons. No ever forget this fundamental truth. Because if you forget this fundamental truth, now it make some people they confused. Yes, even Bible say, my people die, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Country people, this thing I tell you will be very pertinent. We will take a short break. We'll come back from this break. I'll go trace out for you exactly how France, which way France did do for make sure say they go maintain Southern Cameroons under colonial domination. Shake no day, no go nowhere. Take some little sip, come back and join me for you. Walla. Thank you, plenty. Thank everybody. This was a beautiful trip to Scotland for Bui County of the Southern Cameroons, aka Ambazonia. Beautiful music there. Beautiful. Awesome culture will get my people. So, welcome back. My country people. I don't talk before. Say France, na the cancer where it the muddy life for inside Francophone Africa. We, as a people of the Southern Cameroons, we're not supposed to be inside Francophone Africa. But because we be unevenly yoked with La République du Cameroon because of the events of 1961, where they lead to October 1, 1961, some nonsense called independence by joining. Now we'll find ourselves who will join with La République du Cameroon for some useless evil union where they be called them two states equal in status where they come together for form something they call Federal Republic of Cameroon. Now so we'll bring an infested firewood for inside we house. From that time, October 1, 1961, carry today, lizards are all over we land. Because we bring uninfested firewood inside we house. The uninfested firewood bring inside our house na La République du Cameroon, and that lizard na France. Yes, we get this African proverb. Say, when you bring ant-infested firewood for inside your house, no complain when lizards and stuff visit. That it is that way before we. My country people, France, their approach, France, their mannerism for do things, right for the colonial era, never ever change. It don't remain the same until today. The level of brutality where France be exert for a territory, the level of killing where they be carried out for maintain their grip on the 14 francophone African countries. Now the same playbook from which La République du Cameroon they tap today, guided by France for exact horror for inside we land. This report will make me will listen. It will give you chills for your body. But after that, I will explain for you exactly how we don't the operate right for this moment. I don't take moments for raise concerns, raise red flags of some actions and activities we will be undertake way back from 2018 carriage today. But sometimes when people they instead for pay attention, instead for try for investigate deep into the things that have been raised, they call me names. I never mind. Now why do I still there for you? Now why do I need to shake? Now why do I want to say shake no day? Because I believe, like Baruch Spinoza talk. So I no go laugh at human actions. I no go lament them. I no go mock them. I go simply understand them. Because people the day way they learn slowly. We must continue for carry all man along. So my country people, we go watch this video. After we watch this video, I will come for a break. Maybe I will stop in between. Maybe we talk. Watch.
French President Emmanuel Macron has put it in writing, acknowledging that France committed atrocities in Cameroon after the country became independent in 1960. But here's the thing, this wasn't just a few incidents, it was war. Now let's go back. From the mid-1940s to the early 1970s, France fought to crush independent movements in Cameroon, especially UPC, the Union of the Peoples of Cameroon. Even after Cameroon officially gained independence in 1960, French troops and advisors stayed. They worked hand in hand with local authorities to stamp out dissent, and they did it brutally. We're talking about aerial bombardments, villages burned to the ground, mass detentions in camps, and the human costs, it's hard to pin down exactly. Estimates range from 60,000 civilians at the low end to over 400,000 deaths, according to independence activists. Most of the killing was concentrated in the Bamileke region. It was systematic. Independence leaders were hunted down. Ruben Umnyobe, a key figure in Africa's independence struggle, was the first African political leader to demand independence for his country before the UN General Assembly. He was killed by the French army on September 13, 1958, at the age of 45. French authorities destroyed most of his writings and even banned Cameroonians from speaking his name in public. And then there was Felix Roland Miome, an anti-colonialist leader and pan-Africanist. He was assassinated in Geneva on November 3, 1960, poisoned by a French Secret Service agent, just months after Cameroon's official independence. Others were executed or simply disappeared. So what has France done since? For decades, nothing. Silence. In 2015, François Hollande called it, quote-unquote, traumatic and tragic, but stopped short of an apology. Now in 2025, Macron has gone further. He's called it what it was, a war. He's acknowledged France's role in the repression and deaths. He's opening archives, funding historical research, and setting up a joint working group with Cameroon. But here's the catch. They still know we're sorry. No formal apology. It's a moral gesture, not a legal admission, and that matters because an apology could open the door to compensation and accountability. And why should we care? Because colonial violence doesn't just vanish. It shapes politics, economics, and identities today. When a former colonial power finally admits its role, even if it's just in words, it cracks open a wall of silence that lasted generations. For Cameroon, this is a step forward. For France, it is a reminder you can't bury history forever. French President Emmanuel Macron has put...
My country people, you don't hear this story very well from this woman in mouth. You see, this one may be Cameroonian, maybe Ambazonia, maybe Southern Cameroonian. No. But you see, she take time for analyze exactly how France it be operate for keep La République du Cameroun under their column as a province of Paris. Because France, La République du Cameroun, is still a province of Paris. La République du Cameroun not be independent. La République du Cameroun no get no independence, zero independence. That's the province of Paris. And this lady take the time for break them down. It come from where with this? Because Emmanuel Macron finally can accept the role where France they play for the brutal crackdown on UPC activists where they be want real freedom, where they be want seize their freedom na Caesar, where they be want absolute independence. The kind independence where 69% of the people of Ambazonia, they talk for that Christian, the late Christian Cardinal Tumi survey, say they want them. Absolute independence. 69% of Southern Cameroonians on the territory, not including people for diaspora. We will talk say no, now that could them way they be. No. 69%. Absolute independence for Southern Cameroon, for Ambazonia. The 69% of people who talk the day on the ground. They lock themselves for their houses morning, afternoon, evening, every day, Monday to Friday, for this whole period until it will go until the 14th of October. For send a message for the rest of the world. Say we want France and La République du Cameroun out of our territory. We want absolute independence. We no one giving. For send a message for people that like Bello Buba Maigari. Saying we no one hear that rubbish. Say give. Give it for who? Special status for who? From two states, equal in status. Neither become one side they give the other side from one. No. My country people, you get from this lady narration the characteristics of how France will operate for 1960. Now, zoom in. From 2016 to this day, how La République du Cameroun don't operate for inside Southern Cameroon? Exactly which way they narrate them. If you remove that fact, say, if talk France, then call Cameroon, then put that Southern Cameroon, you go there like see talking about what really happened now. Which will be the characteristics the way he mentioned of a year? Mass detentions. 1960, yeah? Mass detentions of UPC activists. Which did happen for Southern Cameroons? Mass detentions of Southern Cameroon's freedom fighters, of Southern Cameroon's activists, of even innocent civilians of Southern Cameroon. Mass detentions, collective punishment. That's how they talk now. Some of the people they were there sweep palm for Malende and for Wotutu for Fako County. Carriage today, they never get freedom because those ones they never get 300,000, 500,000, 1 million, or Coco for giving a ransom for their freedom. No, the same playbook with France for 1960 on La République du Cameroun for keep La République du Cameroun as a province of France. Carriage today, not that from that same playbook with La République du Cameroun they tap. I don't talk about mass detentions. Now the one with this woman talk about. The next one he talk about villages burnt to the ground. Sounds familiar? How many villages La République du Cameroun don't burn them to the ground for inside Southern Cameroon? Over 400 village settlements. All that have for do it. Now for breed fear into the people, for terrorize the people, for make many people they imagine say no, this is what to go for in over big pathway, for cause mass displacement. We don't forget, say an SDO for inside Manu. Be saying the community say make people then desert some villages, make them come and liberate those villages because they want to occupy them. Sounds familiar? That's exactly what France did in 1960s. Before when backlash be too much, Okalia, Big Mob, Bernard can stand talk say no, they make that mistake, they never want. This is exactly what we are talking about. You think you follow this young girl. Now say now word by word what they talk about, it describe exactly what it happened now. The next way he talk about now independence leaders were hunted down even abroad. Sounds familiar? Yes. Independent leaders hunted down even abroad. It sounds familiar? My country people, look what happened for inside Nigeria. They go cut Sisiku Ayutabe Julius, who all members of the cabinet from Nera Hotel. They go catch people then for Jalingo 39. They go catch people then for Calabar, Kariam. Some people they said they just disappear and disappear. Man no get IGSF who say them day until today. They push all kind of ways. They influence all kinds of across the world. Even inside America, they catch people them. For Norway, they catch on them. Well, for all over the place. France, their playbook. All that for do it, for instill fear, panic, and then for discourage the people, therefore stand for which way they believe in. So that at the end of the day, you go wrap your tail, put them between your legs, you surrender, say, true, so I will be born for be a slave for France. I think France do for like the people in Cameroon. And the people there, they be tortured and most in a Bamileke people. Yes, now what they see Bamileke people today, that now the greatest of all the Fiengons for inside the Republic of Cameroon, Bamileke people. Because when today they make Bamileke people, they be see color red. I said they be see color red. Oh yes. They used to organize firing squad for public places and so. I remember that place sometimes for some place for Bible Sunday where they small picking for primary school. They carry around, they go around. I think that kind of 1977 or 1978 or almost 1980 or whatever. In short, around those periods, they gather up at the capital. So they say, oh, say the Makiza. They call them the Makiza. They can't keep them. Shoot them publicly for terrorizing other people, make other people not ever dream. That's exactly what like people can do. Don't try. For those for inside Southern Cameroon's audience, now they still continue. All this, now the impulsion of France. France use all kind of approaches, use even Swiss institutions like that HD. That HD. I don't talk about that, and I talk about that even today. I know what end up. Because I will take time, I explain for the people there for Southern Cameroon a conversation with me in person. I begin with an official for HD, they call Alexandre Lebeskin. I began that conversation with this gentleman. He called me because he wanted to set up one of people there. You know me, Otto David. We try to set up because when they be saying we can Switzerland for this, at the level of the consortium, we insist. Say we must get our expert. We go in. We go be neutral. We go stand for see which way they happen. We be refined because we get if we get expertise in counter-terrorism, get a good expertise too in matters of conflict negotiations, of conflict settlement. But time where it go Switzerland, see they on the way for go, this but they don't poison the minds of people that they turn them against David Otto, where all we be agree before they go say make it go there, for go deal with them at least, for be that clairvoyant spirit. But they not be wanting. Because they be need people that they feel easily confuse them. They feel easily blow hot air inside people, then their brains, and make they start to write trash. Make them they start to believe nonsense. Which ever come out of that Swiss thing? Nothing, absolutely. But they set it up. Then they set it up, they those other people, they are sit. I've just learned for Florida on that night. I remember that night vividly. Be around a few minutes after 7 p.m. We are learned for Fort Lauderdale. And then this call come in from Alexandre Lebeskin. He explained for me, you see, do you know this David Otto very well? I just want to tell David Otto in their life. Do you know this David Otto very well? I said, yes, it's they would pave the way foundation. So they will come to him inside and say, do you know that he was in Nigeria, assisting the Nigerian government? You know that he's an expert in counter-terrorism? Yes. You know what's in Nigeria, assisting Nigerians against Boko Haram? Yes. I know, do you recall when they captured Yaounde and the members of his cabinet in Nigeria? Do you know he was in Nigeria? Don't you think that he might have contributed, participated, or assisted in the initiative? I say, shut up. As he reached that point, I say, shut up. Because at this year, he come. Me, I read international relations for IRIC, the International Relations Institute Cameroon, IRIC. And I'm there for which particular branch? Diplomacy. So I read Cameroon diplomacy. I come out from IRIC after 2 solid years. So I read a master's from IRIC. Professor Mesanganya Yaounde Magnus will be one of my professors. So all these things that directly from France, their diplomatic playbook, we will see. So terrorist studies are no. One of the strategies they've always used now begin first of all by calumnizing people them among una where they be knowledgeable, where they fear say, if they allow una listen to those people where they feel show una the light, una no go do what they want. They no go feel manipulate una the way they want. But of course, when they succeed, for turn the other people them against David Otto, what did they do? They deny David Otto publicly. They even start calling names. They even start calling an infiltrator. They even start calling an agent. I never forget. So when you listen to this girl talk, let me no. The France, their playbook, and exactly what you will see it happen inside southern Cameroon. Like Republic Cameroon will be independent. And when I explain for people, say, do you want a French proxy war? So we'll be up against something bigger than what we see. People they take it a joke. No. We'll go for God who lawyers. We'll go for fight harder. We'll go for be more strategic. We'll go for a refined approach at all times. Because this now very important information what you need for no. Now whether I take the pains of playing this lady, take time for break and down, make we be able to understand which way she they talk about. So I'm able to tell Alexander Lebeskin that night, say my friend, shut up. Because I say I feel here, I know where to go. I know where this it come from. I know the intention. But unfortunately, the other brethren don't be fit to understand this thing. I'm not going to blame anybody. The mistakes we will make along the line, will be part of the process. We will learn as we go. I'll be excited. Say every day we will learn. Every day we will understand a good lot of things. Every day we will refine strategies. And before long, we will get to that cutting edge approach. We will need them for secure this freedom. So one other thing with that get talk, he talk now about mass killings, of course. We'll see. How many thousands of people from Ambazonia they don't die? Just the other day, just as they come inside the studio, I hear about first say 4 people, they will kill 4 people of Bamenda. They will go burn houses again for a corner, kill people there for day. Claim say they so now we do them. You go get those things then. That is directly from the French playbook. Then here, people brutally killed or simply disappeared. You hear, we all know what happened for Samuel Wazizi, right? The journalist. They disappeared Samuel Wazizi for over 8 months, man, no get idea. In the end, not too much pressure with international pressure before they ever agree, say they never take Samuel Wazizi. Before they ever talk, say, oh, he be sick, then the doctor say he can't die. Carry today, the family for Samuel Wazizi never see the cops. Carry today, the family for Samuel Wazizi, they never see the cops. Carry this day, why they talk like this. They never see the cops. Now the same thing where they do my very good friend and steady fighter, a man where he be get the ideas, I know what he stand for, at least whatever the case, he be focused on what he want to do. The late Chief Foyin Kemayan Paul, I used to call him fondly for Foyin. Because Chief Foyin Kemayan Paul, at the time, president of CJA Cameroon, Common Journalists Association Cameroon, he and me will do a lot. He and me will move a lot. So I know exactly which way I talk about. He and me will do a tour around Cameroon. He and me will be there, London. We will be elected to the International Executive Bureau of the Commonwealth Journalists Association for London for April 2016. But because Chief Foyin Kemayan Paul go meet the colonial governor, Okaile Bilai Bernard for Boya, I come out raise serious concerns about Wazizi and insist, say the need for know where Wazizi they wait did it happen with Wazizi. You know, make 2 weeks. They can't tell you funny stories about diabetic coma. I've done move all over the place with Kemayan Paul. Me and Kemayan Paul move for 2 minutes, sleeps on the same bed. I mean, I know recall any moment where be avoid some kind of job because he be diabetic or he be too diabetic or he be too whatever. Maybe we did, but not be reach that level. But they go find some strategy because some the incident where human be reported. I come go them the one come back and say this so he be the work for yard. The other come back and say this so he don't the whole pass on the car and go to check out. And it happened that only days after we talk for CRTV cameras, say, Wazizi not fit disappear like that. They need for shine the light on that. Now France, their playbook. That's France, their playbook. My country people for Ambazonia. I said, they talk and they insist, this will not be loving matter. La République du Cameroon not be independent. Absolutely, they not be independent. Now, why that way? Now, the French ambassador, now the French ambassador, go can tell Cameroonian people how way as they see like this, as they stand and all whatnot, their president they find. If you have to listen for here. Paul Biya, delegations upon delegations, they will come from all over the country, come the Canada in Nangongo to receive them with a big picture of Paul Biya, stand for them. Now Paul Biya picture, he received them. Paul Biya day for inside Unity Palace. Enough he come up for 5 minutes, just sit and sit so. Many people they can't crawl for ground or the knee for ground as we see this other Ngaput. The knee like that. At least they even honor him. May the glassy honor them with their presence. Hell no. The only time we after they don't talk too much, say, oh, after Kerimuna, don't go for court, go talk, say, Paul Biya day so you don't be incapacitated. You know, they know what to be for or not. Now France again, the ambassador, General Thierry Marchand. Now he go can go for presidency, move Paul Biya, see if they can. Now thereafter, no, Biya said grand interview. For talk how we know they find a be candidate, today never put him out, talk, see be candidate, I be this and that. But now France go talk on Biya, listen.
Je suis arrivé ici il y a 3 ans avec une feuille de route assez claire sur l'action en fait que l'ambassade de France devait conduire.
Son Excellence Thierry Marchand, ambassadeur de France.
Monsieur l'ambassadeur, soyez le bienvenu.
Comment est-ce que vous avez trouvé le président de la République et quels sont les souvenirs que vous gardez du Cameroun?
Alors, le président de la République, je l'avais déjà rencontré il y a, je crois, 1 an et demi dans un entretien ici au Palais des Toudilles.
So you hear the question they ask you. La République journalist ask you. Comment vous avez trouvé le président de la République du Cameroun? Say how you see. You meet Paul Biya, how you see. The journalist don't get the chance to ask this question for Paul Biya in person. No. Hey, I want to make you know. Now France, for 2025, for 3rd millennium, the ambassador, they for can't tell Cameroon and say how their president did. Continue.
Et aujourd'hui, je l'ai retrouvé exactement dans le même état d'esprit et attitude, c'est-à-dire conscient et informé de la réalité des sujets.
Yeah. Say, oh no, today, just like last year, I don't meet you with the same state of mind. He'd be very conscious, he'd be very alert, he'd be well informed of the things that happen around the world and all of those. He'd be well informed of the things that happen within the country. This one is from French ambassador. Maybe from Biya you hear. But the Biya can't for the start for the disappear. Journalists now get for ask a foreign diplomat about the state and well-being of their own president. They can't tell you. C'est un pays souverain, sovereign country. Which sovereign country? Listen.
Que nous avons abordé dans leur grande diversité. Il m'a donc semblé vraiment être quelqu'un qui est aux affaires, qui tient véritablement le manche du pays et qui va s'engager dans une nouvelle campagne présidentielle pour un nouveau mandat.
So you hear, the French ambassador, they announce Paul Biya, he define, he get the full capacity for still continue for run this country, and very soon he go get the energy for come out, for participate, for engage in the campaigns leading to presidential election. You hear that from French ambassador. You hear that from a French diplomat. You can't tell you say they're being independent. My country people. I hope this one is sink fine inside your brain. Now what I'll tell you is when you listen, when you watch this show, share them so they make your finger hot. If you never share anything where you do, share them. Make people they know. Make country people they know say, La République du Cameroun no get independence. We hanging on La République du Cameroun means your brain they know they correct inside. Now what I talk about colonialism by proxy. Now what do you see? From the narration where this girl give, from the admission where France make, for the role where they play inside La République du Cameroun, for keep La République du Cameroun as a province of France, you see the same strategy the way La République use that for we land, for maintain we under them in the interest of France, not in the interest of that young soldiers for La République du Cameroun, they can't die for we land at all. No. Continue.
J'ai eu beaucoup de plaisir à pouvoir échanger sur une très grande variété de sujets dans lesquels nous avons une forme de capacité d'échange extrêmement riche, à la fois pour la France et à la fois pour le Cameroun.
Excellence, merci.
Merci.
So you see, it'd be very shameful, very disgraceful, very disgusting. Yeah. So you see images like that, they will look at, they will say, oh, look at him. He's in good form. But in good form in the presence of who? In the presence of who? Huh? Huh? Or maybe I should go say, no, we'll not understand, right? And not so
It's not everybody out there that has the intellectual gravitas, the intellectual pedigree to be able to understand the salient contours of legal interpretation.
I bet shut her mouth. You see that young African girl? So you don't get the pedigree. You don't get the intellectual gravitas. Huh? This is really shameful. Yeah. So despite knowing all this, despite getting all this knowledge, because no check say John Gute, they don't know. No check say Fu Jonathan, they don't know. No check say Atanga Ponji, they don't know about all this nonsense. No check say Daniel Isia, no check say Fukali Sujan Isia. No check say that one that they call in away again, Ngala Gerard, where they work a mail like Loma la Rolls Royce. No check say they don't know. No check say for Tabita, no. No check say Mela Mokichas, aka Ngaringa. And there's the people who don't like. No check say this so they don't know. No. All them know. All them be aware. All them be well informed about this thing. They see. Huh? Yes. Don't say Chief Atem Ebako no. Before they sit like that, they push you into all of those things. They are aware. Not just say Mama Regina Mundi. No, they see these things. Mama Regina Mundi this year. They know. But all what they prefer for here. Now
Paul Biya.
Aujourd'hui aussi, c'est
Oh yeah. Paul Biya. Oh yeah. Paul Biya. Paul.
How that? So my country people. So from way to way this lady explained, you know, say so much don't happen and so much fit to happen. Now why do you go get? Some of you get threats on a daily basis. Me for one, I don't receive those threats and more than enough. But how they will poison them, they will do this, and I don't tell them. They will kill them, they will do this, I don't tell them. When I do, when I worse. Other people them. Better than me, better than all those ones who don't arrest them, better than all those ones who don't really kill them. They go rise. They will continue this fight until we get what we want. We go reach for that place. We go attain that objective. Nothing goes stop me from attaining that objective. Now, why that one end again with this one? Results happen over time, not overnight. Results they happen now over time, not be overnight. So we must stay consistent. We must give in with best effort. And we must keep believing in ourselves. Now the advice that results happen over time, not overnight. Stay consistent. Give your best effort and keep believing in yourself. And of course, the finality, it will be a success. Now the recipe that for success, my country people, for Southern Cameroons. I want to thank every person who stay up for being part of this very important broadcast. I'll be very delighted with all the people who they continue for share the link, for share as much as possible. I know they be long, but they be very important for you for pay attention to some of these things. If you listen to the audio version, or you listen or you watch the video version, make sure you share the link as much as you fit. Make many more Southern Cameroonians and many more Ambazonians make them hear and make them learn. Maybe some citizens of La République du Cameroon make them listen to them, learn, they realize it themselves destiny for fight for their independence. Again, for stop, for they put their energy now for fight the people of Southern Cameroon's way, want them to full independence for them to for rather go focus their energy for fight for their own independence. And especially say we reach some of those lost souls of the Southern Cameroons, those little people of the Southern Cameroons, where they continue now for try for sending those discouraging messages. Share them for them. I want to thank everybody. To God be all the glory. Ciao.